A family plagued with a history of sexual abuse now working to put more child sex offenders behind bars. New tonight at 10, Jenny Hanchard shows us the change in the state constitution the local family wants you to vote for.
Well, Platte County prosecutors say other than this bill, there's no other legislation that provides better protection for children in Missouri. But does this legislation give defendants a fair trial? One family I spoke with says it can help victims across the state who have suffered from child abuse. 20 years ago, this Kansas City woman and two female relatives were sexually assaulted by a close family member.
He's been doing this since the 70s, getting away with molesting children and raping them as well.
But it wasn't until this week that family member, Fentress Wilson, headed to trial. He was found guilty for raping another person in the family, an 8-year-old little girl.
The case came to light when a witness came into the living room and saw Mr. Wilson with his hands down the pants inside the underwear of the 8-year-old.
The Platte County Prosecutor's Office says child sex cases are some of the most difficult to prosecute.
The child tells their story, the defendant tells his story, and basically the jury is left with a kid and a creep, and they have to decide which one is telling the truth.
They also can't include the defendant's history as a sex offender. And in this case, the testimony of this Kansas City woman and her female relatives could not be included in the trial of the 8-year-old girl.
Some people, usually defense attorneys, think all the jury will care about is that the person has either been convicted or accused of sexual acts against a child in the past, and they won't find him guilty based on the facts in this case.
But prosecutors say this evidence is key to proving their case, and that's why they're pushing for House Joint Resolution 16, a change to the Missouri Constitution that would allow a defendant's history to be used as evidence in court.
If we had this constitutional amendment, they would know that this isn't the first time that he's molested a child, that actually he's been doing it for years. We shouldn't ask kids to stand up against a serial sex offender all by themselves.
Well, this House Joint Resolution number 16 is expected to be on the ballot in November, and Fentress Wilson will be sentenced to life in prison. Krista.